We are doing a lot of full, I would say a full upper body for our work period. So this is going to get our core and our shoulders fired up. So let's get into a bear crawl position to start. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Keep that neutral spine. Then you're going to extend one leg out and the opposite arm in the opposite direction. Try to stay there for a split second. Let your body establish some instability so you can build stability. So alternate, stay there, make sure you're kicking that leg back far enough to feel that glute get activated, but not overdoing it where you're hyperextending your lower back. So you still want to keep that neutral spine. You're going to do this for literally 2 minutes. But I'm going to throw a little challenge at you. Once you do about 5 each side, try this. Even if you can't do it just now, but it'll be a good challenge for you. Try to pop up into a bear crawl position. And keep your knees up off the ground, and then kick that leg out, bring that arm out, trying to keep that neutral spine. Stay here for a second, establish some stability, and then come back down. See if you can do one of those or 2 of those. But do the other ones first, and then challenge yourself. All right. Warm-up time, 3 exercises. Your hypertrophy exercise for the day. The exercise you're doing your hold in is going to be a bent over row. So keep that good hinge position, shoulder blades back. This is going to be your hold position, okay? Not this. This is not really active and not really good for your back, right? So push the hips back, lift the chest up, keeping everything engaged. 1 rep every 10 seconds. Right back to this position. Your job is to not let your shoulders drop. You're going to feel it across your lower back. Obviously, you're getting some hamstring stretching out of it. Exercise number 2 is going to be alternating side bends. You can probably keep those same dumbbells. And ground your feet and then simply shift all the way down. You're not pulling up with one side. You're dropping one side down to engage those muscles on that side. And then here. Okay? So think about active in the opposite hand, not pulling up. Not going to be good for your traps. We're doing 10 each of those. Your third exercise is going to be an alternating RDL. 1 leg. So good hinge position here. Boom. And then boom. Same rules apply. Keep the shoulder blades back. I would suggest starting with no weight and then adding weight if you feel like you can. And by doing that, it's just going to help you bring those shoulder blades back and just give a little bit more, obviously, tension on the muscles. Keeping the chest up, hinging at the waist, 1 leg at a time. We're doing 8 each of those. Perfect. That'll be a good little intro. All right, here we go. Your work period. 4 exercises, 5 sets. Decreasing time each round. You guys know how to deal with that. You've all been here all week long. First exercise, WB sit-up. Wall ball sit-up. Feet together, knees out, butterfly position with the lower body. Think about pulling that ball with your lats. Whipping the ball up into a seating position. Catch, back down. So it's a whip. Arms, lats, core, shoulders. Cool, got it? All right. At home, you have a partner. You don't have a wall. Feet together. Here. Big exhale on the way up. Throw it to the partner. Partner catches it. Boom. Back down. Big exhale on the way up. Boom. Okay, so play catch with that. 10 pounds should be plenty of weight for you guys, especially if you separate and give yourself maybe 3 to 5 feet in between each other. Doing 12 reps. Okay, next up. All right, your next exercise, overhead tricep extension. I'm going to suggest taking a kneeling position, squeezing your glutes, tucking underneath, keeping that trunk nice and tight. Grabbing the dumbbell in between your thumb and your pointer finger on both sides and interlacing or folding over that other hand. So now you have a secure grip on that dumbbell. Elbows are up by your ears, get a full range of motion, feel the stretch, and extend 99%. I leave out that 1% because you don't want to lock out your elbows. You don't want to get in the habit of that. You want to make sure you keep tension on the triceps, but avoid the elbow stress, or extra stress, I should say. Okay? That's important also to keep your trunk neutral and not overextend this way. Doing 15 reps with that. Next up, a few options for you. Very controversial exercise here in the fitness industry. The upright row. Okay, is it good? Is it bad? Some people don't like it. Some people love it. Here's why. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes your shoulders are too tight. Sometimes your clavicle bones are different sizes and it doesn't feel right and you shouldn't do it. That's a disclaimer. Does that make sense? But it's also a great exercise to work the upper back. So if it hurts, obviously don't do it, but try it. It's a great pulling exercise for the upper back muscles. We're always trying to work those upper back muscles. So a good strong posture, if you have a band, take an X or a little bit wider stance on the band, and you're pulling up and back. You guys have done sumo deadlift high pulls before, right? When you're pulling the elbows up, it's the same thing. What makes it potentially a dangerous exercise is if you shrug up your shoulders as you're bringing your elbows up. As you're rotating your shoulders forward, that can be dangerous. A lot of energy up here that is not necessary, right? But if your shoulders are down and you're able to get pretty good range of motion, pulling those elbows back, using the back muscle up there, then it can be a great exercise, okay? Try it with the band. If you feel a little something, and you still want to try it, it's like not a pain, but it's uncomfortable, try using lighter dumbbells and do an upright row here. Okay, now you have more freedom if one side is a little bit asymmetrical, right? But you're still doing the same movement, pulling up and back. Okay, try either one, and if you still have pain or uncomfortableness, don't do them. I'll find something else for you. Okay, doing 12 reps. Next up, hand release push-up. I'm changing the name of the push-up, calling it the glute up, because I want to see your glutes active. You want to see that core nice and tight, flat here, and then hand release, press up, right? Hand release, press up. Fine if you can't do a solid push-up like that. You can still work on keeping the glutes tight and the back flat. Okay, hand release, think about upper back, pinching back, then pressing out away from the floor. You're doing 10 reps with those. Cool? Fired up today. All right, finish your time. 2 exercises, Tabata, back and forth. No, why do I say that? We're gonna finish one, then get to the other exercise. It's only day 5 for me explaining this workout. Bear with me, okay? First exercise for your Tabata. First round is gonna be a pop-up, starting in a flat supine position here, and simply just pop up. Hold for a split second and come right back down. The idea is to get into that hollow rock position, curve here like a half moon, point the toes, squeeze the quads, lower back is smashed into the ground, shoulder blades are off the ground. That's all you need to do. Okay, it's not a V up where you're coming all the way up, it's just making sure that lower back gets pressed into the floor. Okay, that's going to be your first exercise, your first Tabata. Once we finish that, your second Tabata is going to be a gorilla row. So taking that hinge position, and we're row, switch, keeping that chest upright, neutral spine the whole time. Okay, that's going to be where your work comes in. Cool? Get some weight.